It's essential to actually concentrate on the visual element of a film, because I think it's something in British films that we don't do that well sometimes. We tend to be, because we have a literary tradition, we tend to be word-based, really. And you want... but it's a visceral medium, and a huge part of that visceral element is picture.
I feel very, very strongly in the sense that all the films that I want to be involved in, I want the characters to be based in reality, but I don't want their world to reflect basically what I think is sort of, I can walk outside in the street and see all the time, and I don't want it to be like I can see on television in soap operas or something. I think the whole purpose of cinema is to heighten it, is to go into slightly fantasy.
With Trainspotting in my head, I probably had a fairly sort of conventional idea of what it would look like, sort of, standard TV realist look. However, what Cave Quinn did, as she'd done with Shallow Grave, I think was to heighten it and give it more boldness, which I thought was very effective.
The set design, we worked with a woman called Cave Quinn, who we worked with Shallow Grave, who's fantastic, particularly in the use of colour, and the same with the costumes. On this film, the costumes should have won awards, so should the design, but because they're basically set in council houses, they don't get it.
Each film tries to get this book of photographs together, and it's to share, obviously most importantly is with your designer, Cave Quinn, but it's also with everybody on the crew, really, so that people get a glimpse of what you're trying to do.
To do stylish, contemporary is much harder than to do a lot of, I think, gold spray, really.
Cave's design gives certain aspects of the film a sort of fantasy look, and certainly those parts of the film where it became slightly surreal, it certainly gave that a fantastical quality.
You go into the toilet and you're fishing around it, and then you go into it, and when you go down, it's kind of beautiful when you go past the landmine.
But it's almost as though, I think with Trainspotting, her design made the film look the way it was supposed to feel in your head.